Ever feel like you're drowning in project rules, reports, and meetings? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to crack the code on project governance, or as your Associate Project Manager Apprenticeship calls it, K5. We'll follow the story of an apprentice who's probably a lot like you to see how to really understand governance, use it in your day job, and, most importantly, prove you've mastered it for your assessment. Let's jump in.
So first things first, let's meet Jody. She's an Associate Project Manager Apprentice working at a company called Ibis Stores. She's sharp, she's ready to learn, but like a lot of us when we're starting out, she's trying to get her head around this massive world of project management.
And this is the question that's rattling around in Jody's head. She feels like she's just buried under this mountain of paperwork, templates, and endless update meetings. And honestly, it all feels a bit pointless to her. It's such a common feeling, but answering this question is the absolute key to unlocking K5.
Okay, so let's dive into part 1, Jody's governance puzzle. She knows she's supposed to do all these things, but she just doesn't get the why behind any of it.
Right now, Jody's just going through the motions, ticking boxes, filling out forms, but thankfully, she's got a mentor, Adam, who's got a sharp eye. He sees she's feeling a bit lost in it all, and he decides it's time to step in and help connect the dots for her. So Adam starts with the official, by-the-book definition. He explains that project governance is basically the framework that keeps a project from flying off the rails. It's all about who gets to make the decisions, what the rules of the game are, and how everyone stays in the loop. But let's be real, a definition like this can still feel pretty academic, right? A little abstract.
So Adam decides to try a different approach. He comes up with a really simple analogy to make it all click for Jody. And honestly, this is where the light bulb really goes on.
And there it is. This is the key. Project governance isn't just a bunch of annoying bureaucracy. It's the rules of the road. It's what makes sure that every single project, just like a long road trip, actually reaches its destination safely, on time, and without running out of gas or budget.
Okay, this is where it all starts to fit together like a puzzle. Let's just walk through a couple of these. The project sponsor, that's the car owner. They're paying for the fuel and they decided where you're all going. A stage gate, think of that like a toll booth or a checkpoint on your journey. You've got to stop, check in, and make sure everything's okay before you can keep going. Tolerance is basically the speed limit. It tells you how fast or slow you can go. And escalation? Well, what happens when you get a flat tire you can't fix? You call roadside assistance. See, this simple analogy just makes all those formal terms feel totally intuitive.
So armed with this brand new way of thinking, Jody is finally ready to put her knowledge into practice. It's time to go from theory to action.
And boom, right on cue. Her line manager, Riddle, gives her a very real task. This isn't just some random report she has to fill out. It's a critical piece of governance. It's the document that tells the most important decision makers on the project exactly what's going on.
And this checklist just perfectly shows the shift in Jody's thinking. Before, this would have been just a boring to-do list, but now she sees the governance behind every single step. She uses the official company template. Why? For consistency. She updates the RAID log, that's your risks, assumptions, issues, and dependencies, because it's a vital part of the project's control system. She provides actual evidence for her red, amber, or green status, making sure her report is based on facts, not just feelings. She is actively following the rules of the road.
All right, so Jody's done the work. She's nailed the report. But for an apprentice, as you know, doing the work is only half the battle. Now she has to prove it.
And this is where her skills coach, Olivia, enters the picture. Olivia's job is to be that bridge, to help Jody connect her everyday tasks back to the apprenticeship standards. She makes sure Jody gets full credit for all her hard work in her Aptum portfolio. So what does good evidence actually look like? This is so crucial. Olivia's advice is gold. Don't just dump the finished report into your portfolio. Bring it to life. Annotate a governance chart to show exactly where your report fits into the big picture. Include little screenshots or snippets from the RAID log you updated. And here's the magic ingredient, the most important part. Write a short reflection. You need to explain why you followed the process and what impact that had on the project. That's what turns a simple task into powerful, undeniable portfolio evidence.
Because really, this is what it all comes down to. The assessors aren't trying to catch you out. They just want to see 3 things: that you can report accurately, that you use the official project controls, and that you stick to the process. No shortcuts, no, oh, we just do it this way workarounds.
Let's move on to the final boss battle, the endpoint assessment, or EPA, and see how all this preparation pays off. Olivia makes it super clear to Jody that understanding K5 project governance is absolutely vital for every single part of the EPA. The project report she submits, the presentation she gives, and the professional discussion she has with the assessor. It is the bedrock of professional project management.
So, an assessor might hit you with a question that sounds almost exactly like this. It's designed to see if you can connect a real-life situation to that formal governance framework. They want to hear a story, your story.
And here it is, the perfect framework for your answer. Think of it as a 4-step formula. Start with the situation. What was the problem? What could have gone wrong? Then the process. Which rule of the road did you have to follow? Next, your specific actions. What exactly did you do? Did you update a log, prepare a brief, write a report? And finally, the result. What happened in the end? And how did following the governance process protect the project? This structure shows you didn't just do something, you did it with purpose and understanding. And to really, truly knock that answer out of the park, it helps to understand what you're fighting against. This is what happens when governance is weak or non-existent. Projects get delayed because nobody knows who can make a decision. Costs spiral out of control. Risks just pop up out of nowhere. By following the process, you are the one who helps prevent all of this. You are literally protecting the project from chaos.
So, Jody went from being totally confused by the rules to confidently using them to keep her project safe and on track. She cracked the K5 code. And now it's your turn. Have a look at your calendar, your to-do list for this week. What's the first thing? A report, a log update, a meeting you're prepping for that you can capture as your first brilliant piece of K5 evidence?